Top of the morning. Come on Mayhem Entertainment Podcast, give y'all a little bit of, insight on my story of why I titled it Life After Prison. Yeah, cause life after prison. Cause there's so much challenges out here, it's so much, things you got to overcome and step over and I don't have time to think about what happened in the past, you know what I'm saying? I'm focused on the presence going into my future. So my past is what I learned from, but I'm not excited about it, you know what I'm saying? Because what I went through then, only God brought me out of there. God kept me in the right state of mind, gave me the health and strength to make it through that jungle I was in, And I consider that as like it's a plantation, where, it was designed, now don't get me wrong, they have a place for people that on the same level, think the same, don't nobody want to elevate, everybody want to stay crab in the bucket. So they got a place for crabs, until you decide and you come together and decide who you are and what kind of animal I guess you want to be, but once you start realizing, man, what human, thinking as a human, respecting people as a human, respect is the number one rule in life, period. Respect. Respect. Cause respect gonna take you further than a reputation you're trying to build. And when you got a bunch of people, man, been put in a confinement or institutional, and they all think the same, their stories is almost the same, but their decision making and choices, was like, it was like they made their own mind up to do that. They interact with each other. They shared views about their, ways of doing things in life, Yeah, I did this. Man, I did this, But never did someone pay attention to the people up top to say, man, how they get up there? I'm gonna stay down here lowballing myself, but then I don't want to educate myself to level myself up, realize, what my standards is about myself. Hey, man, you can be what you want to be, man. Don't never think cause someone up here, you can't reach that level, man. The game is to pay attention. But if you want to stay with the crabs in the bucket, y'all talking about, whatever y'all did on the lowballing yourself in life, man, whether it's waking up getting high every day or whether it's waking up going out there hustling, whatever negative entertainment it was, it seemed like a lot of people be proud about it. Like I said, and to go back to, like I say, a little bit about being incarcerated, this and that, I never, not one day, I was proud about being in there, about what was going on in there. I woke up, only thing made me happy is God allowed me another day, and I'm gonna make it through this jungle. And I'm gonna get out one day. But my focus was to focus on what you gonna do when you get out there. So I had to stay in touch with society, with the world, magazines, letters, and just writing. Just it's just like it's just like you have to train yourself all over again to stay in touch with something in society. Because if you get caught up in what's going on in institutional, all want to be the gang banging and the whatever go on up in there. Like I say, you can get caught up, tripped up. I never not once claimed or was been affiliated with a gang. And I done did over 40 some years in TDC, from my childhood. But not once I joined the gang. I don't have nothing against people that choose to get together as groups and, come up with their vision in life or what they feel like they can move forward in doing in their movement. I have no problem with what people do, but then when it comes to me, I make the decisions and choices about my life. Can't nobody call no shots on my life, and I'm not calling shots on nobody else's life. I said that to say this, like I said, man, I didn't socialize with every gang you can, just imagine, but never once was affiliated. And I stand on that. But I never knocked them. I got along with everybody. My gang was God. And I'm quite sure a lot of brothers I ran across that was gang banging, whatever. They had a good spirit. They had a God-fearing spirit. But it's just, when you doing something like you go to church, a congregation, you got a congregation of people in there. Anytime it's 2 or 3 or more consider themselves as in a movement, I'm not gonna say not a righteous movement, a bad movement, but hanging together. We're gonna say that. Put it like that. Or socializing, hanging together. So they decide to come up with, hey, let's do this. You got to have your plan together, man. And respect is number 1. Education is number 2. So when you get all that, you're going to have the knowledge to move strong. That's the way I look at it. But I never got involved with no type of, like I say, gangs and talking about, I can hustle by myself. I can go get a 9 to 5. In part of the game I'm gonna be in, we're gonna be working. Because we trying to elevate, not be stagnated. But anyway, just stay tuned, and if you got comments or whatever you wanna, questions you wanna ask. But like I said, my podcast is life after prison. But shout out to the brothers that's still in there, man. I know it's a struggle, man, and and they let some brothers out, man, and they out here doing very well. And I'm gonna try to bring some of them on the podcast to talk about their accomplishment, man, and how they have God and blessed them, and they've been successful in their journey in life outside, after prison, on this side. But like I said, shout out to them brothers, man, because there's some brothers down there, man. It's, they strong-minded brothers, and you got to be strong to make it through something like that. But yeah, man, just keep them prayed up, man, and just hope one day, man, you don't know what's going on in no one's life. They gonna give you whatever they want to give you. They gonna tell you what they want you to know. or what they want you to, think, about them or whatever, because a person ain't just gonna give you the, which that's called respecting my business. Mind your own business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I don't tell you something, don't ask for nothing. But to say that, man, like I said, man, we it's life is a struggle. We all have our journey we have to accomplish, whether however you want to do it, man. You can do it with Satan or you can do it with God. I'm not gonna get into no spiritual thing or this and that, but I am a man of God. My religion was Baptist, but like I say, I'm just a man of that respect all religions if it's about righteousness. You have a wrong and a right. So you decide from there. Stay tuned. Mayhem Entertainment Broadcast. D Brooks. Gonna have more to come.